I wanted to start off this TED Talk by explaining a story back in high school. So, I was really into golf 7th through 8th grade, and I figured I'd give it a shot in high school. And I knew going into high school that my high school, Agora High, didn't have a really good golf team. I knew that the upper class of basically sophomores, juniors, and seniors were very into horsing around during golf practice, not taking it very seriously, and really just taking getting out of class early for granted. And that's not really what I was into, along with my friend and a couple buddies that really wanted to take the program to the next level. So the day of junior year, I took a step back and I realized what I wanted to do. I wanted to make state and I wanted to make the CIF. And both of those were never accomplished in 20 years at Agora High School. So I set a goal for our team. I pulled this all together and I said, hey, the last 2 years have been fantastic and it's been a great bonding experience with everyone, but I want to take this to the next level. I want to really dive into this. So what we did was we got together and we created a vision for how we were going to get there. And I knew at the time that we had myself, my friend, another guy that were solid players. They shot 75 or below every time. But we needed 3 more players. So what we did was we went around to people that I knew personally that didn't really want to play golf because it's golf. Like when you tell people what you do, you say you play golf, and it's kind of embarrassing back in high school. You know, it really wasn't a cool thing to do. So I persuaded them to come join the team, just to try out and show them the atmosphere, that it really wasn't as bad as it truly, what the perspective was. So what I did was I found those 2 guys. They joined the golf team, and a buddy of mine knew of a golfer coming from Viewpoint who didn't want to play at Viewpoint anymore, so we asked him to come over to Agora to play golf because we had this vision. We told him what we wanted to do, what we wanted to accomplish, and he was on board. So he transferred over to Agora his sophomore year. He was solid, shot 75 or below 80% of the time, which is exactly what we needed. So what I realized going into the process was I needed to lead by example. I needed to have a vision and portray it to my fellow golf team. And that was a commitment, and it lasted my entire junior year. So we stepped onto the first tee during our first match, and we won. It was a check off on the first goal that we had put down on paper. And I knew that at some point the season wouldn't go exactly as planned. So about midway through the season, half of the team started not taking it seriously, and I pulled a group together, and we really settled down and put our feet in and said, hey, we want to accomplish that something has never been done before at Agora High School. We want to win state. That would mean we'd be beating the second best golf team in the country, which is our rivals, Westlake High School. So I needed to have my teammates accountable for their actions. So I sat them down and I said, we can't do this anymore. We have to go forward and check off every goal that we've accomplished. And so what we did was we laid out the half of the season, we wrote down new goals, and we started checking them off one by one by one. And sure enough, we got into CIF. And that was the greatest moment as a golfer. We were so excited, and it was unbelievable. The next part was we wanted to make state, and that was a huge opportunity for us, not only as a school, but as a golf team, and by just feeling that reward of accomplishment would be profound. So what we did was we played 3 practice rounds. Now we're only eligible to play 1 practice round, but our coach foot the bill and we were able to play 2 more practice rounds, which helped us out tremendously. So we teed off that first day and we actually won by 3 shots. And it was the best feeling in the world. Taking a team that didn't have core values and implementing a core value system and a goal list and a vision and a commitment, and having it all pay off in the end was the greatest feeling by far. And that's what I think service leadership is having a core set of values, being a leader, but taking a step back and realizing your options and looking at everything and setting goals, having a vision, and doing it right. So now the hardest part of this TED Talk was trying to figure out how to combine my story, service leadership, and trying to revolve it into my group. So what I did was, I know that there's 4 fundamentals to a golf swing. So I'm gonna incorporate each fundamental into my group. So the first fundamental of a golf swing is the grip. You need a square grip. Without a square grip, the ball's gonna go right or it's gonna go left. And the second fundamental is alignment. Alignment is crucial because if you're not aiming at the pin, the ball's not gonna go to the pin. If you're aiming to the right, it's gonna go to the right, and vice versa to the left. The other one is the takeaway. If your takeaway's too far out here, you're gonna be coming over the top and the ball's gonna be going from left to right. And you're gonna miss it right every time. If you take it too far back inside, like this, you're gonna come inside on the golf ball and the ball's gonna hook every time and go to the left. And the fourth and final one is impact. If you come in at impact and you're not like this, you're more, have your wrists rolled over, you're gonna be cutting the ball every time. So the way I really thought about it was each individual fundamental of a golf swing is a person in my group. And how they all work is, if you don't have one in order, everything's gonna be off. Your timing's gonna be off, your club face is gonna be off, impact's gonna be off, every aspect of it. So if we as a group don't work together in sync, then we're gonna be off as a group. And so far, I really think that my group has been in sync for every bit of this project, and I'm really looking forward to the end of it. Thank you.